My love for horror movies came from when I discovered that there's more out there than just American horror. I'm talking about foreign horror films, probably the best type of horror you will ever see in your whole entire life. If you are new to watching horror films, I recommend you guys get into these films before you get into anything else. The first movie is Revenge. This came out in 2017 and it's also the same director of The Substance. This film is very visceral. It's basically about a girl who is left for dead in the middle of the desert. And what happens after, because I don't want to spoil it, is probably one of the most intense character developments I've ever seen in the span of an hour and 30 minutes. Love films that play with color, and this film does that perfect. It's very halogenic and it doesn't feel like a typical horror thriller. If you like films that have a very big final girl arc in it and also a really big transformation with the character, you would like this film. The second film on my list is Martyrs. Now, I've talked about this before on my channel, so I'm not going to go in too much detail about this. When I tell you guys this movie is some crazy shit, this is some crazy shit. And it's really hard to even find photos because it's that type of movie where you're just not going to, yeah, this is TikTok. I will say it starts off as one thing and ends up as another. What you think the story is about or the person you think the movie is about, it's not. The next movie is Rec or Record, whichever one. This is a Spanish foreign film. This needs to be your first ever found footage movie. I'm sorry, but the other ones to the side. This is basically a first person point of view, literally inside the building with them as they're discovering the atrocious situation that's going, following a news reporter giving a report on what's going on in this apartment building, and that's all I'm going to say. It gets really creepy. Alongside Paranormal Activity, there's no other better found footage. I'm so sorry. Also, if you guys want me to make a whole YouTube video, because there's a whole movie series based on Record, it's literally my obsession. I could talk about it for hours, but yeah, just watch the first one and then watch all of them after. This movie is Lux Eterna. This is by Gaspar Noé, one of my favorite directors of all time. Now, this movie is more on the experimental side if you're into that. It's also 51 minutes, so it's not long at all. This is for anyone that likes to feel also like really uncomfortable, because a lot of this movie is dual shot, so you get to see both characters at the same time. Characters are basically filming a movie, turning very sinister very early because it's only 51 minutes. A lot of strobing, so if you do have epilepsy, I wouldn't recommend watching this. But it really blurs the line between the characters and the actresses. It's really just a study of identity just unraveling as the seconds minutes go by. And lastly, we have The Deep House. I just recently watched this movie, and y'all, I want to just talk about this